Iradumiria kuguhikuwa Kariuki tagaja ni tugukorwo tukimiamukira na gitio kinene gai kunyita ugeni methaini ya mohoro gumenyithia maria mariko na makiria thiini ria iriko ya mohoro mucio witu ni wa kihumo gia gutherema ni gukwira ati guku ni kwa Muthingi TV ria kwa ni Kariuki wa Nduati muthia dereti ya watho wa kigina ni rakurirwo ikihitukio ni ajumbe muthenya wa ira thutha wa cikaro ici guthie kwa makiria ya mathaa maigana na gukiri uguo ona thengia ya ngwataniro ya Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition guthie na mbere na kuregana nayo dereti no riwe ni tanyitwo gukinywo kuri President William Ruto na aria koragwo ari ikerekania kanana ni thutha wa gukorwo igitamanio ria mbere ria keri na muthenya wa ira iratamanio ria gatatu na thutha wa gukorwo ikihitukio riu itanyitwo gukinyirio President William Ruto olitanyitwo gukorwo akimikira kirore gukiri uguo no bunge kuma moho wa Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition no riotongoragio ni Raila Odinga ni mathiete na mbere na kuga ati no mekwenyitia muthiori ona thengia icunjĩ itiganĩte gukorwo igicenjio ta uria marendekithĩtie.
The division on clause 24 is out. The numbers are as follows. Manual voting, 171 ayes versus 66 nays. Therefore, the ayes have it.
The House is still in session, honorable members. Take your seats. Committee Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill number 14 of 2023 up to clause 24 and approved the same with amendments and seek leave to sit again.
Thank you.
Tomorrow.
Today.
And seek leave to sit again later today, Mr. Speaker.
Today. Yes, mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report, and I request Honorable the Vice Chairperson, Honorable Ambassador Langat, to second the motion for agreement with the report of the Committee of the Whole House. Yes, Honorable Speaker, we have debated these matters extensively. We have handled 24 clauses out of 87.
Chairman, you are spent. Right. Divisions. No. Yes, Langat. Ordinarily, you just bow. Thank you, honorable members. Order. Honorable members, I propose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I confirm that we have the requisite quorum. I'll now put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it. Order, honorable members.
Kanasho ni bunge kuma kuri nyumba-ini ya iciriro muthenya wa ira na kuria marakorirwo makihitukia ndereti ya watho wa kigina no tuguda gutariria ithikagiririo ria mbere ria keri ria gatatu na wona yahituka ria gatatu riu gitigirwo tari no ndungi watiga gutarwo kuri President Mugathe William Samoei Ruto akorwo akimikira kirore riu tukiuma na icio tuthi na mbere ni ati nake minister wa wigithia na iganda guku bururi-ini niwe Moses Kuria ni gwikinyitie mbere ya kamiti ya mwanya ya Senate ni gukorwo gicokia ciuria iguru rigie murutire wira na makiria ministry-ini iria athiriirwo gukiri uguo ciuria itiganite na makiria kana ciuria itiganite ni ikorirwo ikiyumiria muthenya wa umuthi na kuria cokirie ciuria iguru rigie murutire wira wa ministry iyo guku agithi na mbere na kuheana ndeto ciegimainie kana ciegimainie na unyagia wa indo iria ciagu ni gukorwo ikirekererio na iria ciuikaine ta supplies guku akiuria ciuria ingi ciegie gukirira na njira nene kwa nyumba cia mohoro.
What is the problem with the edible oil industry? The problem with the edible oil industry is that 55 million Kenyans depend on 5 companies. If 5 companies collude and they decide to poison, all of us are going to be in very deep trouble. These 5 companies, Mr. Speaker, are Bidco, and I'll talk about Bidco later. There's a company known as Kappa, a company known as Pwani Oil, a company known as Menengai, and a company known as Golden Africa. These companies, they engage in what they call their own version of value addition. The reason that there is the outcry in the media is that, in my noise sponsored by these 5 companies which I have stated, which have continued to enjoy monopoly, which are using the profits they have made historically to fight our efforts to bring down the cost of living, and who have got a lot of money because they enjoy this monopoly status. Because if an ordinary person wants to bring in the same product that these companies are doing, any other company is slapped with import duty of 35%, whereas these people pay 0 in terms of duty. So what we've done is that we gave approval for duty-free from the Ministry of Agriculture to import 1.4 million bags of maize to bridge the need that was there, and that has worked somehow to keep us going until the harvest. If we did not do that, Mr. Speaker, by now it could have been a total catastrophe, because we also had a delayed rain, especially within the North Rift. And that is why also we took that step to import high quantities of rice, hoping that somehow we can be able to moderate our consumption behavior from maize to
thutha wa Minister Moses Masika Wetang kana thutha wa mundu gwitwo Moses Kuria gucungi muhera ukorwo agikinyia mbere ya kamiti yo ya mwanya muthenya wa umuthi na uria ni Minister wa Iganda na mwonjoria guku bururi-ini nake Minister kana nake murunawe Minister wa urimi guku bururi-ini Mithika Linturi ni ekinyirie mbere ya kamiti yo niguo gukorwo gicokia ciuria itiganite ona makiria iria ithiite na mbere na kugumira sekta ya urimi guku bururi-ini gukiri uguo iria giki Linturi ni atariria ati ni menyititie muthiori gutigirira ati arimi ni makorwo makigunika na wira wao uko akiuga ati thirikari ya President William Ruto na ithiite na mbere na kunyitia muthiori gutigirira ati gutiri undu wahitana.
Is through cabinet direction out of a decision that was made in a cabinet meeting. I was authorized to issue permits to bring various commodities into the country to try and bring down the cost of food in the country. And to that effect, Mr. Speaker, the imports I authorized are as follows. We have the white shelled maize, a quantity of 1.4 million metric tons, which should be on 90 kilogram bags. We have the other second commodity, which is white milled rice, where I got authority to bring in 1.1 million metric tons packaged on 50 kilogram bags. Mr. Speaker, lastly, is that my ministry was also authorized to issue permits to bring in 280,000 metric tons of sugar of 50 kilogram bags. Mr. Speaker, in response to question B, which is the number of companies which applied for pre-qualification and to bring these items, Mr. Speaker, my answer is as follows. Mr. Speaker, we did advertise for expression of interest for those people that wanted to participate in this particular assignment, recognizing the fact that government is not spending a single coin into this, and we were trying to get private sector participation in them bringing the cost of food for purposes of ensuring that we had many participants and for transparency. I did cause
Ucio ni minista wa urimi guku bururi-ini Mithika Linturi na haria gwikinyitie mbere ya kamiti ya mwanya ya Senate muthenya wa umuthi riboti na njira ithiranite ni kumemukira mohoro-ini maitu mathaa imwe na ni cia hwaini. Thirikari ya kaunti ya Machakos ni yugite gutire igoti igukura ikiongerera na makiria kumana na bajeti ya kaunti ni ria korirwe githomwo ni minista wa kigina kaunti-ini iyo no ria gwikaine ta Onesmus Muiya na iria kana bajeti ino iri gukura ikihuthirwo mwaka-ini wa kigina kaunti-ini ni amwigana wa shiringi bilioni 14.7 ukirigwo Onesmus ni ugite ati kigina iki kinene giguteithĩrĩria gutigirira ati uthii wa na mbere na uheni wa irio ni umwe wa maundu maria makorwo makirorwo na njira iria yagirire na gutigirira ati kaunti ino ni ayukiria na njira iria yagirire.
There are no new taxes introduced in 2023-2024 budget proposals that take into consideration the prevailing economic realities as we anticipate stabilization of the economy. What we are doing is we are working towards dealing with the commissions within the revenue collection. We've not introduced new taxes because we really understand the current economic environment. Is building a resilient through sustainable food security and socio-economic empowerment. The Machakos County Kenya shillings 14.7 billion 2023-2024 budget is based on socio-economic empowerment policy of chakula mezani, pesa mfukoni. It is based on the government's socio-economic policy of transforming the livelihoods of Machakos County residents through chakula mezani, pesa mfukoni initiative, while building on the infrastructural projects which were put in place by the former regime. The budget aims at empowering the people of Machakos County and transforming the county into a model of excellency in governance and economic prosperity. The Kenya shillings 14.75 billion budget represents an increase of 27% from the 12 billion budget for the last fiscal year. It is funded as follows: 9.55 billion equitable share, Kenya shillings 2.99 billion on source revenue, Kenya shillings 1.09 billion conditional grants, which is a big increment from the last fiscal year, and 1 billion healthy revenues. It should be noted that there has been an increased revenue collection, which has in turn led to the increase in budgetary estimates. The last 8 months we've been able to increase the revenue by 400 million year to date compared to last year. This has been achieved through several fiscal discipline measures put in place by the executive, including but not limited to enhanced automation and the consolidation of the 211 pay bills into a single pay bill number 16-16-16-0, rendering the county cashless, among other revenue leakage curbing measures.
Aya gatho cia mwanya na takire nganja ni tuthiete wega tuthina mbere ni ati na warutwo kuma thukuru-ini wa secondary wa Vyama Mavueni gukune kaunti-ini ya Kilifi ni marikitie kuguneka na kiria tugita kana ni kuguneka kumanagia na bithi niria ni makiria ma ciringi milioni 9 niria ni tone mutungatiri wa kanitha wa New Life International norio wikaine ta Pastor Ezekiel Lodero maya mokite riria ruto igana rimwe ria 55 matanyitwo ni kuguneka na mbeca ici riria na walimu mathite na mbere na gutugiria undu uyu kumanagia na ngarama nene ya muturire aciari makionekana kuhumuka ni kigina giki na kiria mamukirite.
Tunashindana na shule zingine ambazo hawako kwenye tunasaidia hawa na baadaye I think next week tutaenda Mitangoni Primary School is also next to our church ili wapate hii shule na ile Mitangoni hizo yatakana inawapasa wapate close if not full but close to full scholarship.
Kwa hivyo mzazi ambaye ana mtoto katika kidato cha 4 ni kwamba kufikia sasa yuko huru na hataweza kulipa chochote tena.
School fees kwa mwanafunzi in days 13,500 kwa mwaka. Na kuna wale wengine ambao wanatoka mbali sana. Kwa hivyo wanakaa hapo nje ya shule. So tunasaidia, tunawasupport hapa shuleni kwa chakula cha asubuhi na sapa pia na lunch. So pesa yao kidogo itaongezeka. Challenge ya hapa shuleni ni sana ni karo. Unakuta mwalimu anaingia darasani anakuta zaidi ya nusu ya wanafunzi hawako shule. Kwa sababu gani? Kwa sababu ya karo. Na wazazi wetu ni wale wazazi ambao hawana kitu. Ni kutegemea ukulima na ukulima ndio huo. Ni mwaka huu tu tumebahatika na mvua, lakini miaka yote hakuna mvua.
Niko kiatha muno na kiria gitafanitio ni mutungatiri Ezekiel Lodero gia gutigirira ati ni agiteithia arutwo aria maumite family iria itahotete na kuheana kigina gia ciringi milioni 9 gutigirira ati arutwo ni makorwo magithi na mbere na githomo. Ni nguririkanagia ati wona weka wega no weweika tuthi na mbere. Atongoria kana kanjo ya makanitha ni ritongoragio ni mutungatiri wa kanitha wa Deliverance Mark Kariuki mathiete na mbere na kuhurana na udini mugomu guku makiuga ati andu aria maratabania giko giki magoni gukorwo magitacukirio makinya maruru ma kiwatho maya mokite iri mathiete na mbere na gwikiritana kuri thirikari gutigirira ati andu aria othe manyitikana na maitia maya ni makorwo magikio ngono na gutigirira ati gutiri undu ta uyu kuona wahanika kuona ati kanitha ni uthiete na mbere na gucurwo bisheria utagirire riu ikitiritana kuri honge itiganite iri irathi na mbere na guthuthuria undu uyu na uri ukuruhanitio na mutungatiri mugomu guku bururi-ini Paul Mackenzie makorwo magitacukirio makinya maruru ma kiwatho riri uthikuria wa meri urathie na mbere mutito-ini wa Shakahola.
Kama mtu mmoja amekosa, huyo ndiye amekosa, anapaswa kushughulikiwa kisheria. Hata hakuna haja hata ya kufanya ati commission, huyo ni kushika yeye na kufuatilia yeye. Na tunatafuta jinsi ambavyo tunaweza kuziba the legal pitfalls or holes ambazo ziko pale ambazo zinazuia mtu kama huyo kushughulikiwa vilivyo. Nasikia kuna uchungu kwa sababu ya yale yaliyotendeka pale Shakahola. Na tunaomba hivi, tusikubali ule uchungu ufanye kanisa lifinyiriwe kwa sababu ya mtu mmoja.
Condemn all activities of inhuman handling and especially the massacre that has taken place in Shakahola.
For a long time, we have not spoken anything matters to do with the faith. So our stand is we have enough laws in place. Let a criminal be dealt with as a criminal.
We support hii kazi ambayo wangwana wamekuja kutusajili upya kuangalia ni sisi wachungaji ama sisi sio wachungaji. Ama mnasema nini?
Somebody give a blanket judgment on the church. The church has respected men and women of God who has served this nation, who have toiled for this nation, who have prayed for this nation. So can also the government recognize and give us respect? Church and Clergy Association of Kenya Chair, I ask the leadership of this county to respect the church and to respect the clergy.
Ajo ya makanitha guku bururi-ini na aria mathiete na mbere na kuhurana na udini mugomo atiri ndutanganja riu tombe tuwe kahinda gaitu kambere ga guikiria tuthie kuria thoko-ini turehe biro cia cigana na cia wonjoria no ni turahunduka na riboti makiria ririkana na uthina mbere na kwania na ithuĩ kuria mwena wa Facebook ni @Muthingi TV ona watutigira ndumĩrĩri yaku nguhĩ kau ni tugukorwo tukimiamukira tuikirie ni turahunduka.
AM Lookup Media ariyo kambuni nyene station ya Muthingi TV hamwe na Lookup TV ni turakurehera mwogo wa Mount Kenya Region Roadshow kurugira kalenda yaku ni amukuma tariki 26 mweri wa gatandatu kinya tariki 1 mweri wa mugwanja tugakurehera mwogo yo matura-ini ma county cia Kiambu, Murang'a, Kirinyaga, Embu, Meru, Laikipia, Nyeri, Nyandarua na Naikuru. Muthafano uyu nduroka moko matheri ni mwago na ikeno mama ugitungana na nguthi cia mikwekwe na mithako ya ngerekano ta njoro wa ukulima ni mali marafiki hamwe na angĩ aingĩ. Ningĩ nĩ tugakorwo na live performances na nĩ ũkagia na mweke wa gũcemania na memerekia aku wendete a session ici cierĩ. Wĩharĩrĩrie kũigua mũrurumo ũyũ na mwago mwaki nyitanĩra na ithuĩ thabarĩ-inĩ ya itoka cia bũrũri wa Mũgĩkũyũ. Muthingi TV tũrĩ njĩra tũgĩũka o itũũra-inĩ rĩaku. Aranĩria na ithuĩ kũhĩtũkĩra sales@lookuptv.co.ke kana ũhũre namba 0110 430 158.
Hihi niwe nere maretwa ta your honor, acquittal, accused, conviction mahuthikaga. Niwe makinya magukinyukia niguo wone kihoto giaku kana kia mwana waku.
Kihoya kihoto kioneke.
Tabarĩra-inĩ ya watho kĩgeri-inĩ tugakuhe kahinda ga kũria kĩũria na gũtuhe woni waku.
Uguo ni ona mangĩũka no ndĩmatemange ona thirikari ĩingĩrĩre.
Nyitanagira na niĩ your lady Waitherero wa Njoroge thĩinĩ wa tabarĩra ya watho kĩgeri-inĩ tuthome na tũhĩge hamwe ici ciĩgiĩ watho oro ũndũ ũmwe na kĩhoto gũkũ kwa Muthingi TV arĩkĩo kĩhumo gĩa gũtherema.
Nitũcokereria mwĩroreri wa Muthingi TV tuthi na mbere na mohoro maitũ. Kaunti ya Kilifi nĩrĩkĩtie kũgunĩka na mũtaratara mwerũ na ũrĩa ũgũteithĩrĩria harĩ kũhingũra kaunti ĩyo na njĩra nene na makĩria ũcenjania wa thũgũrĩ kaunti-inĩ ĩyo. Mũtaratara ũyũ no ũrĩa ũĩkaine ta Kilifi Convention Center ta ũrĩa gavana wa kaunti ĩno no ũrĩa ũĩkaine ta Gideon Mung'aro aratarĩria nĩ atĩ nĩ ũgũtigĩrĩra atĩ ũhũri wa biacara na ningĩ thũgũrĩ na makĩria ũcenjania wa mbeca kaunti-inĩ ĩyo nĩ ũndũ wa maũndũ mamwe marĩa makorwo makĩyũkĩrĩria.
Na hili tumesema kwamba leo tumefungua hii sehemu ya mikutano ambayo imejengwa na kampuni ya Mada ambayo itakuwa mahali pa mikutano, na tumesema kwamba sisi kama county tunapongeza kwanza wakurugenzi wakuu wa Mada Hotel kwa hii sehemu. Sisi wenyewe kama county tumesema kwamba tutawaunga mkono, kwa sababu sisi biashara yetu si kufanya mikutano, Kwa hivyo taunga mikono kwa kufanya mikutano yetu na tunaalika watu wengine wa Kenya na wa nje kutumia hii sehemu.
For a long time, what I would say, Kenya's best kept secret, but it's no longer a secret. Everyone knows that Kilifi is the place to be. And everyone can see that the changes in Kilifi of the last few years make us today the most attractive tourist destination in Kenya. Out of all the properties, and I can say this without shyness, is Kilifi for me.
This facility actually opens up tourism in this area in a big way, because there are many people who want to have a place, a serene environment, quiet environment where they can hold conferences that they may not find, because Mombasa is too packed, it's too busy, too much traffic, and many other things that work against Mombasa. But we will end up in Mombasa because we don't have any other facility. Everybody wants to go to White Sands. But now I think we have a facility here that probably is better than White Sands.
Tuna mbere ruku ni kaunti-ini ya Kilifi tukuruke ginya kuria mwena wa kaunti ya Siaya iria yuikaine ta County of Heroes. Riu ni rikitie kubika mitaratara miru ya gucenjia maritwa ma tauni na makiria barabara itiganite niri gukorwo riu igitanio na andu aria megumo na aria mumite kaunti-ini iyo. Matongoretio ni murugamiriri wa mihang'o ino nuria uikaine ta Linet Oyalo ni matariria ati maritwa na mabarabara ngurani igukorwo igitanio na andu aria megumo na aria matumite riri wa tauni yo thina mbere na gukenga maritwa macio ni hamwe na maritwa ma Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Achieng' Oneko ro hamwe na Barack Obama gatagati ka atongoria giaigi na aria maumite mwena ucio.
We are working towards changing Siaya to be a tourist destination and a livable, municipality. Our public participation that we've conducted in the past, members of the public have always been concerned that how we have an identity, how can somebody easily give direction when somebody is within the CBD of Siaya. We've been having streets, we have the roads, streets can be named. So having looked at that, we realized that these are names. The National Street Addressing Policy gives guidelines on how the street namings can be done. It tells us that you can name people from heroes, names of insects, animals.
Samuel Owino. I'm a Siayan and I'm from Lagos Songa. And I want to take this opportunity to thank the county municipal for whatever they have done, like putting the street signs, and we get to know better our streets. And actually, it's a good thing because we've seen that they have used our old legends to actually name these streets. Like we have the Ochieng' Oneko Street, Ogwang streets. These are those people that fought for this country and fought for majorly Siaya. And we hope that even we will have Raila Road one time and also brag about it. So as youths, we are privileged as Siaya County to have the street signs.